Tina Venture, and today I am going back home from work and like to share with you some tips on what you should do in case you lost your alien card. Alright, so my mom arrived last December 20 here in the Philippines, and while we were at Terminal 2, she lost her alien card. Okay, so she discovered that she lost her alien card like about 2 hours after we picked her up at the airport. So what we did was we went back to Terminal 2 and we went to the lost and found section to check kung merong nagsoli ng kanyang alien card, because without the alien card she cannot go back to Japan. But when we got there, unfortunately nobody returned anything. Alright, so what we did was we went to the police desk inside Terminal 2 so that makapag-blotter kami, because it's important that we have a report so that once we got the copy of the blotter or the report, we can get an affidavit of loss, and then we can submit that to the headquarters, airport police headquarters, kasi we need a police report and we need to submit the police report dun sa immigration office or to the Japan embassy, okay, here in the Philippines. Okay, so okay, anyway, so after we went to the lost and found section, we went to the police office inside Terminal 2. So nagtanong kami kasi we really don't know where it is. So ang gawin nyo lang guys, first look for the lost and found section and then ask them kung saan kayo next na pupunta. And we were told to go to the police office and get a report or magpa-blotter kami. So that's what we did. We were in we told them what happened, kung saan nawala, kung paano nawala. And then after that, do not forget to get a copy of that blotter report, kasi in our case we were not told na kailangan namin ng kopya nun, so we had to go back pa. So alam mo yun, masyado siyang hassle pabalik-balik. So just make sure that you get the copy of the blotter report and have it printed out, kasi ang next step niyan is that you will look for a notary public office to get an affidavit of loss. So pumunta kami sa City Hall, Pasay City Hall, kasi doon kami banda nakatira, and then nagpanotaryo po kami. So once we were able to have the affidavit of loss, and kailangan syempre yung nakalagay sa blotter report mo is the same doon sa iyong affidavit of loss. So once we have all those documents with us, so the blotter report and then the affidavit of loss, we already went to the airport police headquarters. Okay, so if you don't know where it is, pagdating nyo sa Terminal 2, nagtanong lang kami and we were guided. Actually, I cannot remember kasi meron kaming kasama that time, so our friend was the one driving us. So yun, pero malapit lang siya guys, so you can always ask inside the airport. Mababait naman yung mga tao doon. Even those police inside Terminal 2, they can guide you and they can help you. So nung nandun na po kami sa headquarters, sa airport police headquarters, we submitted the blotter report and then the affidavit of loss, and iyon, ginawa na kami ng police report nung nasa headquarters. Okay, so after that we brought the documents with us to the Japanese embassy here in the Philippines. Okay, so when we went inside the Japanese embassy here, the officer told us that anyway guys, as I was saying, the Japanese officer told us to send all the necessary documents to Japan, kasi doon daw sa Japan manggagaling yung kanyang certificate of re-entry. So what we did was we called my mom's friend for help, and we made a letter or an authorization letter. Kasi nga nandito yung mom ko. So we authorized someone to get the certificate of re-entry on her behalf. Okay, so we sent the blotter report and we sent the affidavit of loss plus the police report, and then copies of her passport, the important pages. Yung first page wherein nandoon yung iyong profile, so your picture, your birthday, your passport number, your signature, kasi yung harap, and then yung page wherein naka-specify doon yung sticker about your permanent residency, and then the exit stamp from Japan and the arrival stamp here in the Philippines. So lahat ng importanteng pages pinotocopy namin, and then we sent all those documents to my mom's friend via FedEx so that it will only take 1 day. Actually, the first document that we sent, it took about 2 to 3 days bago na-receive sa Japan. Maybe because it was a holiday. Pero yun kasi yung traditional, parang usual time frame na binibigay nila. But may mga cases naman na talagang 1 day lang natatanggap na. Yun naman talaga yung FedEx, diba? Yung service ng FedEx. You get the documents in 1 day. Pero syempre, you have to consider business days as well. And when we sent the document, it took about 3 days kasi it was a holiday. But anyway, so to cut the long story short, so we sent all the documents, and reminder, if you have a copy of your alien card, for example, on your mobile phone, try to print it out kahit wala yung likod and send it as well. Kasi makakatulong siya for identification purposes. Pero syempre, if you don't have that, maybe it's best that you really specify dun sa letter na you cannot get any, or you cannot send any copy of that because wala siya. Okay? So, ako, suggestion ko lang, syempre, if you already lost your alien card, and minsan talaga we don't have copies of that anymore, kahit saan, kahit sa iyong mobile phone, kung wala ka nun, I suggest you just to be safe, you also write an email, or I'm sorry, write a letter stating that you cannot provide any copy of the alien card because you lost it and you don't have it, any copy or any picture with you. So, ako lang, suggestion ko, but it's up to you guys, okay? Anyway, you already have the affidavit of loss. So, siguro naman, they will not ask for any proof of that kung wala talaga. Suggestion ko lang yun. And then, after we sent the FedEx, so it took about 3 days kasi maybe because it was a holiday, so Christmas break. So we sent the document January 2. Siguro January 5 na receive ng friend ni mom. And then when she went, the first thing that she did was she went to the city hall. So, kung sa city, Cabe City, kung nasaan yung mom ko. And when she went to the city hall, she was given a piece of paper wherein my mom needs to write important details. Like, it's in Japanese kasi. So, they need that authorizing her friend to get a certificate of re-entry for her. So, means to say, even though we have the authorization letter, they still want you to fill out the form. So, ang ginawa ng kaibigan ng mom ko, she got the form, and yun, it's in Japanese. So, maybe if you cannot read it, then ask them to translate that to English, or at least give you some instruction kung ano isusulat mo doon. Okay guys, so we got the form from my mom's friend the next day nga via FedEx. So it was really fast. So what we did was my mom filled out the form. It's in Japanese, but it's more of an authorization. Pareho lang siya. But they decided to send us that. And it's important that my mom signs the form. And if you have the hanko, they call it hanko. I don't know if my pronunciation is right, but it's a stamp wherein your signature is there in Japanese character, and then you use the red ink. You use a red ink, you know, parang to stamp the document with your signature included. Okay, so signature and then hanko. Okay, so anyways, so after that, what we did was we sent the document or the form immediately via FedEx. So I did that yesterday, and I will include it here in my vlog today. And I really hope that ma-receive today nung kaibigan ni Mom yon, kasi she's supposed to go back to Japan January 11, but we're not sure if makakahabol yung certificate of re-entry. Anyway, according to her mom, after City Hall, she might need to go to the immigration office. But my suggestion is, if, for example, you already sent the affidavit of, if you've already sent all the documents, including the form that you need to fill out, my suggestion is you ask your friend what's the next step. Anyway guys, let me just continue my video. So as you can see, I've already arrived home. But anyway, so once na yung friend yun, nandun na siya sa City Hall to submit the fill-out form na pinadala namin through FedEx. Hindi ko ina-advertise ng FedEx, but anyway, it's fine kasi yun talaga yung fastest courier service na madaling ma-receive ang inyong document, lalo na kung importante. So once na nandun na yung friend nyo, maybe ask everything, what's the next step, okay? So ang next step, sabi niya sa amin, is that from the City Hall, she might need to go to the immigration office to get the certificate of re-entry. Basta ang importante lang dun guys is you can get the certificate of re-entry. So once we receive it here, my mom can go back to Japan. Yun lang yun. So, ang lesson dito is that you need to be really careful with your belongings. Make sure na hindi nyo siya mawawala. Yan, importante yan. Yung alien card, yung passport nyo. So, make sure na it's intact, especially sa airport kasi medyo crowded, lalo na nung holiday season. So, hindi sinasadya, nahulog siya. So, anyway, just a quick recap. What you need, kung mawawala ang inyong alien card is you need to go to the lost and found section and check kung may nagsole. If wala, go to the police help desk inside the terminal and make a report. So makakuha kayo ng blotter report. The blotter report, you need to have a copy of that. And then next step, get an affidavit of loss and have it notarized. And then after that, make an authorization letter, have it translated into Japanese, and send the documents to Japan. Ask someone to do it for you, and make sure that you include the important pages of your passport. And what else? Send the blotter report, the affidavit of loss, and the police report. So, hindi ko pa nakalimutan. Importante yun, diba? From blotter report, affidavit of loss, police report, important pages of your passport, and authorization letter translated into Japanese. And if you have a photo of your alien card, send it as well. If not, it's okay kasi mahalaga dun yung police report na ipapadala nyo and your request to have a certificate of re-entry and all the necessary documents. So once na-receive nyo naman yung form coming from the City Hall sa Japan na ipapadala ng friend nyo, sign it, okay, fill it out, sign it, send it back to Japan, and wait for your certificate of re-entry to arrive. So, ipapadala ulit yan sa inyo dito ng kaibigan nyo o kung sino man yung pinagkakatiwalaan nyo na in-authorize nyo. So, anyway guys, once you have the certificate of re-entry with you, then that's all you need. You can go back to Japan. So, kung ano man yung flight nyo, you're ready to go. Okay, so I hope that this video has been very helpful, guys. Do not forget to click the like and subscribe button below. Thank you and have a good day. Goodbye. You're not FedEx, so if you're planning to send
what's gonna happen in the future, so you still need to check, okay?
Cost how much?
So, andito na ako. I will have to send my mom.
her fault na wala siyang change, guys. Okay, kasi nag-pera. Guys, that's it. I'm done. Say hello. Ate, what's your name?
Alright guys, bye!
One more. Thank you.